by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadesh, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, telling it's true. Alright. This is Luke chapter 17 and verse 32. Remember Lot's wife. Whoever should seek to save his life should lose it, and whoever should lose it should preserve it. Alright? But get into remember Lot's wife. And we go over to Genesis, the 19th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 23rd verse. Alright. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zion. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plains and all the inhabitants of the city, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Alright? So, what does it mean to become a pillar of salt?
An entire living city wiped out. Thousands of its people buried alive. The superheated air burns their lungs and melts their muscles. Their twisted and contorted bodies were quickly buried in ash. When they finally decomposed, their bodies left voids in the ground.
After the decomposition of the body, when the internal organs disappear, they keep it this empty space, they form just still the bones, because the bones are very resistant to the decomposition.
Long ago, archaeologists realized that if they filled these voids with plaster, the body's shapes could be revealed. The casts they made have captivated the world.
Pompeii is unique in showing the emotions of people in their death throes and giving us a real human element that we don't get anywhere else. And I think that's what makes people fascinated by Pompeii. And we see them right in the context of their...
Alright. Genesis 19th chapter, 27 verse. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plains, and behold, lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. Right? And it came to pass when Yahweh destroyed the cities of the plains that Yahweh remembered Abraham and sent out Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he have overthrew the cities in the cities in the which Lot dwelled. Right? So the Lord sent Lot out of the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, so he delivered him from the destruction. But many people, were destroyed. And when that fire and brimstone came down, it melted them into, what it would say, salt, right? Because, that's what brimstone is, burning sulfur, pretty much pure salt that's on fire and burning. And say Lot's wife became salt. And they were able to go into the ground and make molds of the cradles of the bodies that were burned alive, due to the fact they say that enough of the bone was left to form, a cast. So this is crazy. This is showing you the true power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? And you can just see the torture and everything on these people's faces, right? And you know that the Lord does not play around, right? And I'll play a little bit more of the video, and with it, I'm gonna say shalom.
living spaces as they're hiding or they're trying to leave or they're rescuing their children.
But many mysteries remain about exactly how these people died. A team of scientists is now studying 15 bodies that were found together in the east of the city. The odd positions these bodies were found in intrigues team leader Lawrence Alapon.
It's very interesting how they found the bodies because we find.
I mentioned that the video you seen, them were clips from Pompeii, not Sodom and Gomorrah, but this is just some information about Sodom. I wanted to know what's the volcanoes near the Dead Sea because we know that the biblical city of Sodom and Gomorrah would be in the middle of what is known as the Dead Sea now. And you had the 5 cities destroyed. The 2 main cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, are believed to be in the middle of the Dead Sea. And either 2 or 3 of the other cities are on like the outside coast of the Red Sea, something like that. But there's little evidence of volcanic activity near the Dead Sea. Therefore, some researchers think a more possible location for Sodom and Gomorrah is southern Syria, where an eruption did occur at the time the cities are thought to have existed around the early or middle of Bronze Age. So it said it was a volcanic eruption around the time that these cities were destroyed, but the eruption wasn't near Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, now that doesn't mean that the rock couldn't have landed there from that eruption if it was big enough. But who knows? All right, now this is let's see. Alright, was Sodom destroyed by a volcano? Located in the Dead Sea region, Sodom and Gomorrah was most likely probably destroyed by a strong earthquake or a flood. Now, a volcanic eruption can cause both a strong earthquake and a flood, but we know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by the rock raining down on it. But the fresh memory about the 2 settlements perishing from a volcano eruption caused the population to merge these 2 events. Alright, so a lot of people believe that the scriptures was describing a volcanic eruption. Because it either has to be a volcano eruption or a chariot, because them the only 2 places that you can get sulfur from. Right? It only comes out the core of the earth or off a chariot. Alright. Alright. And this one said the Dead Sea is located at the lowest point on the earth, which is thought to be the result of a volcanic. So they think this is a process, alright. So they think this could be a volcanic depression, alright. A caldera is what they call it. So that is what they think the Dead Sea was caused by, alright, leading to a continuous dropping of the land. It is one of the 4 saltiest bodies of water in the world, and I believe it is the saltiest body of water in the world. They say one of the 4, but I believe the Dead Sea is the saltiest, period. Alright, so they are trying to say that this could have been, that the Dead Sea could be a caldera that filled up with water. Alright, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. Alright.
Okay, so this is one of the reasons why sulfur balls would only be preserved in water, because if they strike the land, then they're going to burn up. You can see the goo, it's just melting down to goo and then dripping off. So really, anywhere that they would have landed on land, they would have burned up like this, and they would have burned anything flammable around them. This is how the cities and the plain were burned. However, if they would have hit the water of the Dead Sea, that would have extinguished them, and therefore they wouldn't have burned up, and they would have sank down to the bottom of the floor of the Dead Sea and been preserved in a geological layer.